Right here. Okay. All right. I'm here with Tyson Smith from Reading Horizons. Good friend. I interviewed him 6 years ago. He's on the Global Growth Podcast. Thanks for being with me today, Tyson.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Okay. First question. What tips do you have for startups related to expanding in new markets?
It's a good question. Actually, specifically, global markets. Localization is key. If you're going to try and move into a new market, a global market, you've got to understand the market. And so what we've learned is that localizing, which exploring what that looks like in every sense of the word, is key. You've got to understand, you've got to have some feet on the street, people who can help you understand what it looks like, tastes like, feels like to work in Korea. And so the last decade for us has been that, identifying resources overseas who understand those markets so that we you can localize your marketing, your brand, your product. Just because it works in the U.S. doesn't mean it's going to work overseas. You've got to localize.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Okay. What does culture mean in your business? How important is culture?
Culture as in the internal culture?
Sure. Yeah. You can take it wherever you want.
Yeah. Actually, for us, culture is king. Culture is king. We, for the president of the company, it is one of my primary foci is culture. Individuals, there are options. We've got fantastic people who work for Reading Horizons. They have options. I preach all the time as the president of the company, this should be the best job they've ever had.
I love that. And as a CEO of my company, wholeheartedly agree. Culture is it. People make the biggest difference. So, do you have any green pants?
That's a very good question, actually. I have not, actually. In fact, when you showed up with your green pants, Cody, it made me think I should own green pants.
I'm getting him some green pants. You need green pants. Would you wear them if I got you green pants?
Selectively. Selectively, I would. Yes.
All right. Okay. What do you think every CEO should know when pursuing a high-growth strategy?
It's all about risk and return. It's risk. In order to grow, risk is required. I think you've got to go in with your eyes wide open, but then recognize there's going to be times, you try and get the best data you can, and then if you're going to grow, you've got to take some chance. You've got to take some risk, and ultimately you're going to lose if failing fast. I do believe that failing quickly is important, so you can pivot, but it's the risk and return. Every CEO who wants to grow has to recognize the risks, make the best decisions you can with the data that you have, and then recognize that you're going to fail, your people are going to fail. But if you have a strong culture, a culture that breeds that, like, hey, you know what? It's okay to fail. We can pivot. Yeah. And you got to trust your people to do that. But risk and return.
Awesome. Hey, that was awesome, Tyson. Thank you so much for being on the Global Growth Podcast. Good to be with you. Yeah, I appreciate it. He is a rock star president here at Reading Horizons, and just someone I admire and respect in the Utah community as a business leader. So pleasure having you on the podcast. Thanks, man. Have a great time. Okay, see ya.